his wife, when they married her, she brought a pregnancy from outside, but the man accepted the child because of course it's a pride, it's a pride thing for a man to take care of children, whether they are his or not. But it seems like men of this generation are beginning to say no to that and say, look, there's no way I'm going to take care of another man's child just like that. So today's conversation is going to be centered around paternity fraud. I know that this is not the first time we'll be having conversations like this, but every time we get to talk about this because it is not stopping anytime soon. And the men are beginning to even open their eyes more and say, look, it seems like we have to find a solution to this, a long-term solution, so that these women do not catch us off guard. Okay, so today's our show is basically going to be centered around the fact that there have been widespread claims and growing public interest around the issue of paternity fraud in Nigeria. So reports from DNA testing labs suggest that a significant percentage of tested cases reveal discrepancies between assumed and biological parentage. Now, one of the things that we are going to be looking at is this viral tweet from a young man called MM. He is on Twitter. He shared the story himself on X with the username Nizuko. He said, and I quote, "After 19 years, my dad realized I wasn't his son after conducting a DNA test because of my stubborn behavior, and my mom died when I was 13. Omo, till now, I never feel move on from the trauma. 19 years of spending my whole life thinking my dad was my dad. Jesus Christ." So stories like these are sparking serious debate. And I see some men say DNA testing should be made mandatory at birth in Nigeria to prevent such shocking revelations. Some people have even gone as far as saying that rather than spend so much of money on your naming ceremony and doing all of that, invest that money, save up. As your wife has told you that, baby, oh, I just conceived, oh, we are expecting. The first thing you should do is to start saving up for a DNA test. Do you think this is the way forward? Let's hear from you. Now, there is a speculation out there that Nigeria ranks second after Jamaica when it comes to paternity fraud. But seriously, after trying to research that over and over, there is no credible source as to that information. However, paternity fraud continues to be a very grave concern here in this part of the world, as a lot of men get to discover that they are not actually the biological fathers of the children that they thought were their children. Yes. So what's your take on this matter? Do you think that to curb paternity fraud, DNA testing should be made mandatory at childbirth? What is your take on this matter? 09073530044 is the number to connect with us here on Eagles FM Abuja. What's your take? Let's hear you. What do you have to say as regards this? Yes, because it seems like this issue is not going to rest until we are able to come to a very logical conclusion, because it seems like there is always a case of, oh, a man is fathering a child that is not his own, and then one day he just wakes up and then he's taken aback. I think some years ago we had the story where there was this woman that made her husband father children from her boss. That story that was making the rounds back in the day, and so many other stories. Now, in case you're wondering what paternity fraud is basically a case when a woman misidentifies a man as the biological father of her child. So let's for the benefit of the doubt, we would say knowingly or unknowingly. But in most cases, the man is deceived into raising and providing for a child who he is not biologically related to. So this man is made to believe that he is the father. So sometimes the mother intentionally gives another man's child to another man, okay, maybe in this case her husband, so that the man would take care of the child. And there's this saying in Africa that only a woman knows the father of her baby. How true? Because sometimes the man goes on to cater to a child that is not his child, and then years later or months later, there is an emotional discovery through a DNA testing that, see, something is going on here. This child is not my child. Now, for this guy who shared his story as how his father or his supposed father only found out that he was not his biological child after 19 years, was because of his behaviors, that according to him, he was stubborn. So the man said, no, this child is too stubborn. This child cannot be for my loins. So I have to go find out. And he went seeking for answers. And that was when he found out that this child that he has been calling his son is not really his son. And I think what this person has said, that the father sent him away. Oh God. So if you find out about this, how are you going to handle it? And what's your take on people are saying that there should be mandatory DNA testing? Yes, I think I remember when a Nigerian lawyer, Deji Adeyanju, also said that DNA should be mandatory before birth certificates are issued in Nigeria. That before you give out birth certificates, make sure that there is a DNA testing. Now, one thing here is that the DNA testing is not as cheap as people make it seem, right? It costs a lot of money. And how many families can even afford it? Or are there people out there who want to do this, but because of the financial constraints, they are just holding back and saying, look, let's not go ahead with it. Peking, na Peking, whatever. It's from God, so no problem. Let's just go ahead with it. But if you could really afford the means, would you go find out if your children are your children or not? Have you ever had a reason to doubt if this child is your child or not? Let's hear from you. 09073530044. Should DNA testing be mandatory at birth in Nigeria? What's your take on this matter? Okay, now let's see some of the comments that we have here. Now, this one is Solomon_gift. He says, if women can cheat to the extent of carrying another man's baby to their husbands, now imagine how they cheat when they are not yet married. Before you say it's a man that cheated with her, remember, women are the gatekeepers of and women pride themselves as the gender that rarely cheats. How true is this? Now the conversation keeps getting deeper and deeper. Now this one is at X user 6878. They say men are the cheating ones, yet they are still the ones training someone else's child in the house thinking it is theirs. All right. Okay, now this one is at Igbokwe. He says, good idea and good suggestions, but are we ready to have more broken marriages and more street kids tripled compared to what you already have? Because those supposed men behind the shadows might not be responsible enough to take charge. So because of the fear that there might be broken marriages or broken homes, let men continue to father children that are not their children. Is this what Igbokwe is saying? Well, let's hear from you. 09073530044 is the number to connect with us here on Eagles FM Abuja. Should DNA testing be mandatory at birth in Nigeria? What's your opinion on this one? What's your take? Because this conversation is not dying down anytime soon. And I've just shared an emotional story with you. The fact that a Nigerian man has opened up as to how he only discovered that he was not his father's son after 19 years of taking this one man as his father. According to his story, his supposed father woke up one day and said, look, you are too stubborn for my liking. I'm not sure if you are my son. And then he went to conduct a DNA test, only for him to find out that truly this boy was not his. And sadly, by this time, the mother of the boy, his wife, had passed on. And according to this boy, that he has not been able to move on from the trauma. How did we get to this point, for God's sake? Oh, sadly, we lost that call. You can give us a call back. 09073530044 is the number for you to call us. Now, Akram says he will forever be your dad so long as he paid your mom's bride price. Before Western civilization came to our shores, our ancestors had their own unique ways of doing things. Shake it off, bro. That man you be. How true. Okay, hello? Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, Cassie.
Oh, good afternoon, So. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Good to hear from
Good
you.
afternoon.
Yeah.
At least I've called on your show today.
Good to know. Good to know. So
Yeah, Cassie.
yes, So.
You see, I don't have a problem with DNA, right? But you see, DNA has never, when I mean, it has never helped any family, right?
Yeah.
It has never, because if before a DNA is carried out, right, there is a trust issue, right?
Yes, I'm listening to you.
And whether it comes out true, the dad is happy, right? The wife is not happy.
Okay, because the husband is distrusting
Yeah,
her.
yeah. So it has never yielded any result. That is the honest truth. Because once the DNA, if any day I will just take a decision to carry out a DNA test. I just know that my marriage is gone.
Wow. Okay, so
Because
would you do it in such a way that she would know?
No, if it turn up in my favor, right? Your wife will never trust you again, and she will never, even if 100 years to come. Do you know what it means to? Okay, you did not trust her. That is why you carry out that DNA test. So now, if it turn out bad for you, you go the same way. You feel that same bad and go. It has never yielded any result for me. So it is either, if you don't want any issues, just take it the way it is and live your happy life, right? Whereas, maybe, let me say, besides, you don't even know, your dad did not carry out the anything on your head now. We don't even know it, even if you are the biological reason of your dad. So just let it be.
Wow.
But any day you pick up, for me, any day I'll pick up that decision of doing that, I just know that my marriage is gone. It has never yielded any result. That is for me.
Okay, so for you, you are not for that mandatory testing at all.
See, that is for you, for anybody to think of that, right? Just know that your marriage has really have a crack. You know that there's a problem, or even if there's no problem, the day you pick up that decision, the day you decide to do that, there's a problem, and there will always be a problem.
Wow. Okay, there will always be a problem because for you, there's no need going to dig up what is not there. So let sleeping dogs lie. Isn't that what you're saying, So?
Yeah, if you go ahead and do it, just know that most times when people come out and say, "Oh, I am happy the child are mine," right? Did they ask the wife what she's going through?
Wow. Okay.
You find out what the wife is going through.
So you are looking at it from the emotional toll that this would have on the woman in the case that the DNA test comes out positive that the man is the father of the child, because there are going to be trust issues. Seriously, the one will be like, so you are distrusting me, you don't trust me at all. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I see your point of view. All right, thank you so much, So.
Thank you, Cassie.
All right, have a nice day. Let's hear from you. 09073530044 is the number to connect with us here on Eagles FM Abuja. What's your take on this one? Should DNA testing be mandatory at birth in Nigeria? Hello? Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Very well, thank you. What's your name and where are you
my
calling from?
My name is Sada. I'm calling from Dubai Market.
All right, ma. So please tune down the volume on your radio so that we can hear you better.
That side away.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, we can hear you.
That man that drove that child away is not supposed to do like that, even when it's not easy. He's not supposed to do like that. People go and adopt a child that they know that is not their own. They lay in a situation like this. He's supposed to bear it and take care of that child. That now that child is homeless. Now come and go and harm himself and kill himself. The man is not supposed to drag that child in.
Wow. Okay. All right. Now she's saying that the man wasn't supposed to chase the man. I mean the boy or his son, his supposed son away. Remember I shared a story with you. It's a true life story. The guy took to his own social media account to talk about his story, how his supposed father found out that he was not his son at 19 years old. That, see, you are too stubborn for my liking. I need to go find out. You're not you're not for my genes. I didn't make you. And then truly the DNA test turned out negative, that the man wasn't his father. And then the man said, look, you have to go. You have to go. But according to him, he's still bearing the name that the man gave him, even though he's had to drop the surname. He dropped the last name. Well, let's see. I think we have some messages here. This one says, good day, Kasi. Good day, Nigeria. Franklin from Lugbe. Hi, Franklin. How you doing? He says, I support to do DNA testing before leaving hospital 100%. Once my wife gives birth, before she will come back home, I will run DNA test on my child, because sometimes the mistake is not from the woman. The mistake may come from the hospital. The next. Hello?
Shalom, Mileke.
Hello, what's going on? Yes, what's going on?
Shalom. I'm hearing the program. My name is Elder Caleb.
Okay, Elder, good to have you here. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. I have heard what you are discussing. Are you hearing me?
Yes, Elder Caleb. Go ahead.
Yes, okay. It's a very simple issue. If you open the book of Proverbs chapter 17, verses 6. Are you hearing me?
I can hear you. Go ahead. Just keep talking.
Yeah, the book of Proverbs chapter 17, verses 6 says, children are the crown of parents, and fathers are the glory of their children. Fathers are the glory of their children. The meaning of that place says that no matter how bad my father is, whether my father is a criminal, whether my father is a drunkard, whether my father is a smoker, whether my father is a useless man, my mother should let me know that this is your biological father, so that I should have the glory that will cover me. Let me never be as a bastard child. Because if my mother should hide my father from me because of whether he was a thief or whatever, as far as you are giving me to another person that is not my biological father, I'm still a bastard child. My mother has nothing to give me in this world that will make me to be not a bastard child if it is not my biological father that she's giving me to. So my advice to women here is that if you have made a mistake and you became pregnant for a person that does not deserve to be a husband to you because of whatever reason, that has never been a reason for you to hide his biological child to him. Let the child know that this is your father. If the father is even dead or whatever, let him know that this is the family of your father.
Okay.
So that child will have that glory that will cover him. Because a woman can never be the glory of a child.
Okay.
A woman can never be a glory of a child. The glory of a child is a father. If my mother today became pregnant and did not hide my father to me, that means I'm presented as but her family cannot collect me. I'm not their daughter. Her family will call me that you are the son of our daughter, but not our son. So I'm still a bastard. Who is your father? Nobody knows. So please, women, I'm begging in the name of God, read that Proverbs chapter 17, verse 6. Make sure you give a child his father that really gives him his pregnancy, whether a female child or a male child, so that child should not be a bastard in the society. I beg you with God. Amen.
All right. Okay, Elder, thank you so much. Now he's taking us all the way to the Bible where he's backing it up that every child deserves to know who their parents, their father is. Okay, 09073530044 is the number to connect with us here on Eagles FM Abuja. Okay, now this message from Franklin, he was saying that sometimes there might be mix-up from the hospitals. Well, one thing about the DNA is when you're doing this paternity test, yes, it will come out negative, but it will also not, when you do it on the mother's side, it will also not have anything to do with the mother because the child does not share genes with both parents. But what of the case? One is from Emmanuel from Guzape Hills. Hi, Emmanuel. He says, good afternoon, Eagles FM. Tomorrow they will say men cheat more than women. You can imagine this. I think this DNA test should be from childbirth and they should make the price fair enough for everyone. Have a nice day. Thank you so much. You too have a nice day. Okay, now this point, Emmanuel is advocating for subsidized rates of DNA testing. Okay, subsidized rates of DNA testing at this point. I think that the men should come through for the men. Why not make it subsidized for your gender so that so that they'll be able to know if the child belongs to them or not? I think that way should be your way of giving back to the society, isn't it? Hello.
Hello.
Yes, good afternoon. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
My name is Sanjay Matthew. I'm calling from Anyanganya.
All right, please go ahead.
What I want to say is that 90% of the first child in Africa are not biological fathers. They are not staying with their fathers. Majority of 90% of the first child, they are not staying with their real fathers. So the women know the real fathers of the child. So they should go back and try to make this DNA test to be so free in all hospitals, especially the government hospitals. So I think it will be so free for everyone to go and do DNA test. But if you want to follow it, 90% of the children with the first child of a woman, they're not staying with their biological fathers. So they should make it biological for everyone to go and do DNA test free.
Wow.
And that's my thought.
Okay, well, now I love your thoughts, right? Because you've said something that is quite unpopular. You've decided to be controversial, and I think I love controversy.
And if they will say they will do it like that, the problem, I think we'll have many people outside the community.
Like 90% of firstborns. You mean 90% of firstborns are not with their biological fathers?
Yes, 90%.
This one is a very bold claim.
Yes, in Africa.
In Africa. Okay.
Yes.
So how did you come to that conclusion? Because that's a very big number. How did you come to that?
One thing is that when you go to majority of African houses, when you go and you saw the first child in the house, you see the child is a little bit more different from the second child by characters and everything, behavior. That's what I'm saying. So you should go and check majority of Africa's houses. That is what is happening now. And it's all over the world. It's all over Africa now. Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, you said it's your opinion, even though there is no scientific backing or credible evidence to what you have said. You've just expressed your opinion, but I'm very interested in this claim that he has made that 90% of firstborns in African homes are not with their biological parents. Okay. Hello.
Hello, my dear sister Cassie.
Yes, good afternoon.
How are you?
Fine.
I'm busy, but the last call I just blowed my mind. How will you say 90% of the first child does not belong to the fathers? He should be very careful.
Okay.
My own belongs to my husband. He should be careful. They should not use woman for play.
Abby. Okay. Ochaja is not playing at this point. Now she's setting the record straight, saying and that nobody should say that because she can actually go all out to prove that her children, her first child, is actually for her husband. Okay. All right. Let's hear from you. 0907353 0044 is the number to connect with us here on Eagles FM Abuja. Let's hear you. And now someone has added a different layer to this conversation by making a bold claim that 90% of firstborns are not with their biological fathers. Like, how? How did he come to that conclusion? Well, the conversation is getting more interesting. Okay, now Franklin adds that sometimes they exchange a newborn baby in the hospital without letting the woman know. So I think Franklin is saying that he would want the DNA test, especially from that angle. All right, hello.
Hey, my Cassie.
Hi, good afternoon. How you doing?
I'm fine. Sandra from Airport Road.
It's been so long ago. What happened now?
Yeah, sister has been sick for the past 3 weeks.
Oh, so sorry. Hope you are better now.
Getting better. I'm on medication.
Okay, just take care of yourself, okay?
Thank you. How's work?
Very well, very well. Good to hear from you.
I'm hearing this program and my head is doing Tim. I'm a first child though. That man. Do you know that my dad get married to my mom? My mom stayed 4 years before giving birth to me. You know, it's all, how will you say 90% of firstborn? When he said that, like, I was like, that's me, even whether in the firstborn or in sister, that firstborn being brother, not being papa get and be that. If he's saying that, you don't have to say that. I mean, I'm saying this, I'm this kind of person. You know, some ladies, they're out there, sleep here. At the end of the day, you get pregnant and you don't know who get you pregnant. You understand? Then they will always be waiting for that available man. No, there's this thing that ladies always doing. There's this lady I know. She has more than 3 boyfriends. And inside this one, there's one that she don't like. So that one that she don't like, that one like and die. So see, you say they go like this and they let the pain am. You go do for that side, come back, come meet this one when you no like. Do you understand?
Okay.
At the end of the day now they know that one that they don't like is always available. So when we get pregnant and maybe that one end up saying, I'm not interested, I'm not the one, then they will just shift it to the other person. Do you understand?
Okay.
The available person. Which is not right. Do you understand?
Yes.
There's no justification for anything. See, me, I believe that there's orphans that don't have mother, don't have parents. But where I don't know who get me pregnant. If I meet anyone, I will say it happens and I don't know. So if you like me that way, let's go on. If you don't like me, since my child have me, do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. And then, funny enough, they will say, if a lady get pregnant, no way where they get no go, no, you must know. It's a lie. Some ladies don't know.
Sometimes they do not know, right?
And if you are in that position, you don't know who get you pregnant. Just accept your fate that my child, now only papa you know get. Or you get.
So you feel it's possible for a woman to get pregnant and not know who is responsible?
Yes, sometimes it's possible. Do you understand? When you are that type that sleeps around, do you understand?
Oh, okay. I see the angle now. I see it.
Yeah, if you're that one that sleeps around, it's possible. But if you're that honest girl,